Well, they contacted us, but I didn't feel ready. There was something inside, and even the thought of it made me nervous.
Oh, sweet, gentle breeze, you remind.
The stage froze for a teenager from Wigan. It started with a breeze, a quiet moment before the world took notice. Lucy Thomas, born in Wigan, England, wasn't seeking fame when she first sang publicly. But something in her voice, pure, trained, yet deeply emotional, was impossible to ignore. From age 7, she pursued vocal training, not for applause, but for passion. Her hometown, far from the glamour of London stages, quietly witnessed her transformation. And then, in 2018, Lucy stepped into the national spotlight on The Voice Kids UK. Just 14 years old, she wasn't merely participating, she was delivering a presence few could match. The judges sat up. Viewers at home paused. Something rare was unfolding. A voice that sounded far older than her years, yet still unspoiled by industry pressures. This was no fleeting moment of fame. It was the prologue to a career that even seasoned performers would envy. But what came next would surprise everyone. From TV contestant to rising star, faster than expected. Lucy didn't win The Voice Kids, but the outcome didn't matter. Sometimes a semi-finalist becomes the headline. Her journey was just beginning. Shortly after the show, Cavendish Records offered her a recording deal. In February 2019, Lucy released her debut album, Premiere. The voice that once captivated a panel of judges now reached listeners across continents. Each track was soaked in emotion, carefully chosen to showcase not just vocal range, but storytelling depth. Industry insiders began to talk. Was this just another hopeful artist, or something far more enduring? Fans certainly thought so. Album after album followed, each one building momentum. Yet Lucy remained grounded, choosing quality over flash, soul over spectacle. She was becoming known not just for her voice, but for the maturity behind it. And while her YouTube channel quietly grew, what many didn't know was that one specific performance was about to change everything. The mystery audition that no one saw coming. Rumors began to swirl. Had Lucy appeared on America's Got Talent? No clear footage confirmed it. No official episode aired. But fans began noticing a shift. Her performance of Hallelujah appeared online, and suddenly millions were watching. Over 60 million views and counting. That video didn't just go viral, it redefined her career. People began sharing it in group chats, reaction videos popped up on YouTube, and comments poured in from around the world. There was no press release, no announcement, just one voice in one video that stopped everyone in their tracks. Whether it was a formal AGT audition or a private recording was irrelevant. The effect was the same. Audiences were captivated, and suddenly Lucy Thomas was no longer just a UK singer. She was a global sensation. And the reactions from that performance sparked a chain of opportunities that no one could have predicted. Hallelujah wasn't just a song, it was a statement. The stage was quiet. The lights were warm. And then she sang. From the very first note of Hallelujah, something shifted. The room changed. Judges reportedly leaned forward, their expressions melting from routine professionalism into awe. A voice so still, so clear, so hauntingly beautiful, it felt like time slowed. This wasn't just a cover. It was a reinterpretation. One that carried emotion, reverence, and undeniable power. The applause, when it came, was thunderous. Not the polite kind, but the kind that signals a moment has become historic. Lucy's voice didn't just fill the venue, it filled hearts. And for anyone watching, one question remained. Where did this voice come from and how far could it go? In just a few minutes, she had gone from promising artist to unforgettable presence. But the next steps would be the most critical and the most demanding. The viral chain reaction nobody could predict. After the video took off, Lucy's channel exploded. Millions of subscribers tuned in. Her catalog of performances gained new life. Songs that had once been quiet releases were suddenly part of playlists, reactions, and even classroom discussions. Teachers used her music in schools. Vocal coaches analyzed her tone, and the industry started to whisper, was this a once-in-a-generation voice? Meanwhile, Lucy handled it with calm. No gimmicks, no overexposure, just consistent, honest performances. She stayed away from controversy, focused on her music, and let the voice speak for itself. And it did, loudly. But success brings pressure. How do you top a viral sensation? What do you sing next, knowing millions are waiting? These are the invisible weights behind the spotlight, and for Lucy, they were becoming part of everyday life. Still, she moved forward, with grace and with growing expectations. West End dreams become reality. October 2024. The bright lights of the West End welcomed Lucy Thomas. This time, it wasn't a competition. It was theater, music, art. She performed in the musical Rosie with a full orchestra. A teenage girl who once sang in school halls was now leading in one of the world's most prestigious music scenes. It wasn't just a career milestone. It was a message. She belonged. And it was only the beginning. More live events followed. Lucy's fanbase began to stretch across age groups, from young singers learning from her tone to older audiences rediscovering classics through her voice. Industry professionals noted her professionalism, her calm, her vocal control. But more importantly, they saw someone who wasn't following a trend. She was building something timeless. Yet, as her calendar filled with performances and recording sessions, the question loomed: how long could she stay ahead of the curve? The quiet pressure behind the stage lights. Viral moments are powerful, but fleeting. For Lucy, every new release is met with comparison. Is it as moving as Hallelujah? Is it better than the last? These questions, spoken or not, shape every project. And behind each song are long hours of rehearsal, vocal maintenance, artistic decisions, and yes, doubt. Fame, especially at a young age, doesn't come with a manual. It brings praise, but also scrutiny. Lucy's path isn't just about singing, it's about evolving. About keeping her art honest while exploring new territory. There's tension in that balance. Too much experimentation and you lose your core. Too little and you fade into the background. And while she's avoided tabloid drama or public stumbles, the artistic weight remains. Every performance must prove that she's more than a one-hit wonder. But the world is watching, and they're not turning away. Will she redefine herself or be defined by the past? Some artists are known for one signature moment, one unforgettable song. But for Lucy Thomas, the future holds two doors: legacy or reinvention. Commentators suggest she risks being boxed into the classical crossover genre. Beautiful, yes, but limited. Others wonder if she'll take creative risks, evolve, and discover a sound truly her own. The fear isn't failure, it's stagnation. Her voice has proven its power. Now her choices will define her career. Will she remain the girl who sang Hallelujah perfectly, or become something more? A songwriter, a genre breaker, a leader in modern vocal performance? The next album may offer clues. Her fan base remains loyal, but also curious. For Lucy, the next note matters more than ever, because brilliance once seen is expected again. And again, and again. No scandals, just strategy. In a world where many young stars fall into fame traps, Lucy's story remains refreshingly clean. No outbursts, no feuds, no headline-chasing moves, just music. And perhaps that's what makes her story so rare. Her silence offstage is just as powerful as her sound on it. But don't mistake quiet for passive. Every move in Lucy's career appears carefully measured. Each performance honed, every album thoughtfully crafted. This is a young woman navigating fame not by chasing it, but by earning it. And that strategy, while slower than viral chaos, might be her biggest strength. Still, silence can be misunderstood. Some fans want more visibility, more engagement, more behind-the-scenes content. The mystery that once elevated her could, if left unchecked, also create distance. And in the music world, connection is everything. The final note hasn't been sung yet. So what becomes of Lucy Thomas? She's already achieved more than most artists twice her age. Viral fame, a record deal, West End acclaim. But the real story, her story, is still being written. Because talent is the starting line, not the finish. The music industry is fast, demanding, and often unforgiving. But Lucy has already proven she can command attention. The question now is, can she evolve while staying true to what made her special? Fans are waiting, industry voices are watching, and somewhere, perhaps in Wigan, a little girl is still dreaming of that first standing ovation. Only now she's singing to the world. And the world, it's still listening.